A door slams, an eye roll, and a teenager vanishes into their room. Up all night, asleep all day, glued to their friends, allergic to you, taking risks that make no sense. And you blame the phones, the screens, modern life. But here's the strange part: 40,000 years ago, a teenager did every single one of those things without a phone, without a screen, without you to blame. So, why is every teenager in every era exactly this difficult? The answer isn't bad parenting, it isn't technology. It's something written deep inside the human brain. And once you see it, you'll never argue the same way again. Picture a teenager 40,000 years ago, same age as yours, same restless eyes. They're pulling away from their parents, drawn to the other young people in the tribe, staying up long after the adults fall asleep, taking risks near the dark edge of camp. Their parents, exhausted, confused, worried. Sound familiar? Here's what's actually happening. Inside every teenage skull, a rebuild is underway. Two systems growing at completely different speeds. The first is the reward system, deep in the brain. It switches on early and it screams for excitement. More risk, more friends, more feeling. The second is the prefrontal cortex, the part that says maybe don't, and it finishes growing last. Sometimes not until age 25. So for years, the gas pedal works, but the brakes are still being installed. That gap is the difficult teenager. But here's where it gets beautiful. Every one of those behaviors was a survival tool. The reckless risk-taking, a teen who never took risks, never left home, never explored, never found a mate. Risk is how humans spread across the entire planet. The pulling away from you, you can't stay in the cave forever. Evolution gently pushes every teenager out the door. The obsession with friends, soon your parents won't be there. The people your age are who you'll survive with. So the brain makes them feel like everything. Even the strange sleep makes sense. When teenagers stay up late and sleep in, someone is always awake to watch the camp. A tribe with teenagers never slept defenseless. And that crushing fear of embarrassment, in a small tribe, being cast out meant death. So teenagers feel rejection like a wound because once it nearly was one. Now bring all of that into today. The same ancient wiring, but the world changed faster than the brain could. Risk that once meant exploring a valley now meets fast cars and dares online. The need for friends now meets a screen that never sleeps. The wiring isn't broken. It's just running in a world it never trained for. So the next time the door slams, try to remember what you're really seeing. Not a child who's gone wrong. Not your failure as a parent. You're watching a 40,000-year-old program turning a child into an adult. The eye roll, the risks, the distance. That's not rebellion against you. That's evolution doing exactly its job. Your teenager is supposed to pull away. They're supposed to push the limits. Every difficult teenager who ever lived is the reason our species is still here. The difficulty isn't the problem. It's the proof that it's working.